That's right, the Nutty Professor's got something for you today. Hello folks, thank you for stopping in. I always appreciate that when we get together and do these filthy things that we do. I appreciate it with a capital P. I'd like to say thank you to the new subscribers and welcome aboard. Man, you guys are making big waves in the water, and I don't know where you're coming from because YouTube's not letting any traffic to this channel at all. It's killing it. So thank you for subscribing. The ones that watched my videos that were not subscribed, that has dropped from 85% down to around 79, 78. It fluctuates. So thank you guys for that. Thanks to the patrons. And a special thank you to, I'm not going to mention names, but those of you that donate to the channel through PayPal monthly, God bless you. And thank you from the bottom of my heart, man, ladies. Wow. I won't say any names. I don't know if you even want your name said or not. You know who you are. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right, what are we talking? Stop blowing, man, and get on with the show. We're going to talk about capos. A lesson on capos today, especially if you're going to go buy your capo, or you probably got the wrong capo for your guitar. I got a few out right here, and it'd probably be easier if I just come over there and get you. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you, man. I'm going to get you. Bring you over here, and we'll talk about capos. So kick back, get you something to eat, drink, smoke, whatever it is you do when you watch these videos, and let's do it! Alright, let's talk about capos, or capos, or capes, or whatever, as I've said so many times before, you call them where you live. You see, a lot of these capos don't have any springs at all on them. See, there's no spring. There's no spring on that. See what I mean? Here's an old funky one. It doesn't have a spring on it either. I think the camera's focused okay. No spring, just an adjustment here. Here's one that does have a spring. Now this one's kind of funky too. What is the name of this thing? NS Pro. Planet Waves. It says NS Pro Planet Waves on it. There's what it looks like. Now these are okay. They're spring loaded, okay, but you still have an adjustment. You can adjust how much tension to put down on your strings. Same with all these others here. I just showed you with the threads, see that? But the main thing I wanted to mention in this video is when you go to buy a capo, know what your radius of your guitar is. Know what that radius is, and buy a capo. You know, if you look at these really close, you can see this one's got a little bit of a radius. I'm talking about this little bit of a curvature right here. I think you can see that. So it looks like about a 12 radius. Now look at this one here. It does not have any radius whatsoever. So, you know, that's what you would want on a guitar with no radius, or, you know, very little bit of radius in the fretboard. You know, a straight one like that would be okay. Here you can see the radius in this one, I think. This is a Page. P-A-I-G-E. Now this is a Page click capo, okay? I can show you how it works. You take one end of it loose, somewhere it comes apart, man. I swear to God it does. I haven't used it for a long time. I can't remember how. There. Okay. So you stick that over your neck. Lock that back if you can. I think you have to squeeze it, yeah. Lock it back and then adjust it until it gets tight wherever you want it. You can adjust how much tension goes on your guitar. Now this is actually called the Page click, I think, or clip, because it's got a little button right here. You see that button right there? Okay, you got tension down here where you tightened it up. To get it off, all you gotta do is push that button and it releases the tension, and then of course you gotta squeeze that and take it apart. I don't know if out of the camera frame half the time. This is an old capo my dad bought for $3. Hopefully you can see that. Probably in the 50s. It's not been used very much. These capos have got rivets in here, and eventually they get into your neck, and I've seen people use them, keep using them, and eating their neck up, man, just ruining their neck. See, there's no adjustment there. It's just got a spring, a very strong spring in it, I might add. And that's the only adjustment you have, is that spring. And it does not have any radius, if you look how straight this is. No radius there, see? You want to get a capo. Look at the radius in this one. I don't know if I showed you. I showed you the capo. I don't know about the radius. You should always get a capo that match, or as close as you can make it match to the instrument you plan to use it on. Now here's another, what do I do with it? Here's another page capo. This is one of the main ones I used to use when I played. And it, it's no spring, but it's got an adjustment here. And it's got about a 12 radius in it. You can see it. I think I can see the camera. Just to pull my glasses up, I could see it then. But yeah, keep in mind, if you have ways to measure your radius on your fretboard, do that. There's something on there. And, try to get a capo that is as close as you can get to whatever you measure on your fretboard. A lot of guitars have a lot of radius in them. A lot of them are almost flat, very little bit of radius. That's what you want to make sure you're looking at when you buy a capo. You've seen those, I don't want to say their name because they'll probably piss them off. They make capos sort of like this, but they do not have a spring in them. They're spring loaded, yeah, but yeah, they do have spring in them. They don't have an adjustment on them. And you see people all the time, man, clipping up on the head of their guitar like that. I don't know if the camera sees that or not. You see them clipping on there all the time, and it is handy. When you need a capo, bam, you got one. I got videos about that, telling you about how the guitar vibrates, especially acoustic. Electric ones too, though. Everything clear up to the end of this peg head. I know you guys love that word. Everything up here to the end of the headstock, clear down to the lower bout strap button, has got to do with the tone and the volume of that guitar. So, clip and crap onto it like that. I used to do it myself. I'm guilty. You can look at my old videos. You'll see I got a tuner up here and a capo and baby, and it's hard to tell what else. I'm going to do a test one day and put a bunch of stuff on there and just see how much it changes. Anyways, that's the main thing I want to tell you about capos. Here's some really old ones. Check this out. You wrap this around your neck and then come down here like so. Yeah, it's so old it won't even function anymore. Yeah, you gotta almost have it on a guitar neck to make it snap. But you just get in these grooves. That's the only adjustment you've got. There's another one just like it that is snapped. But yeah, just make sure if you got radius in your fretboard, get a capo with radius in it. If your guitar is flat and it has very little to no radius, get a capo that don't have any radius in it, so it's flat. Not like this. Get one with a spring. Always get one with an adjustment in it. A lot of them have springs. A lot of them has adjustments. Some of them have springs only, and some have adjustments only, and some have both springs and adjustments. The ones with springs only, avoid them at all costs if they have a spring only that you cannot adjust. And that's my school lesson today on capos. Hold on. Now just keep in mind, if you got a capo with a spring in it and no adjustment, you should throw it away, man. You can't adjust it. I mean, it's got a spring loaded. You clamp it down on your strings and it squashes the strings. It can, well, it will squash the strings down in between the frets. You can't let it up and take off any, squash power. Squash the strings down between the frets. They go sharp. You got to retune. And then when you take the capo off, you got to retune again. Where you had them squashed down between the frets and you tuned with it that way. You want a capo that you can adjust how much tension it puts on your strings. Okay? Just keep that in mind. That's the only thing you got to remember. You are able to adjust how much tension is down on the strings. This capo here has got a spring in it, see, but it's got an adjustment on it too. So that's okay. But those, I can't tell you the name of them ones. Well, yeah, I ain't going to tell you piss on them. They're made by Kaiser. And there's no adjustment. It's spring loaded, kind of like this. And there's no adjustment in it. You just clamp it on, man. And it don't adjust itself. It's just got one tension that the spring puts on it. Maybe they make one now that's adjustable. The ones I'm talking about are very old. And you see everybody clipping them on their headstock when they wasn't using them. You will never see a video or a picture of Tony Rice with a capo or a tuner clipped onto his headstock. You won't find it, man. You probably won't find one with him with a long sleeve shirt playing. I don't think you'll ever find it. You should go watch my videos on how to get the best sound out of your acoustic guitar. Something like that. And it tells about all this stuff. And Tony used a pitchfork to tune with. That's all he used. He tuned like one string and then tuned the rest of them to that one string. And he had perfect intonation. And, well, everybody knows everything about that man was perfect. He paved the way for all of us, really. Alright, hope that helps you with capos. I was just on Facebook watching them argue, actually, about what capos to get. Wow, some of those people, man, you got to wonder what's going on in their head, you know what I mean? I hope it helps you, though. If you got the wrong capo maybe for your guitar, you know it now by the amount of arches in it, radius in it, or absence of radius. Thanks for watching. Cheers to you. I'll see you on the next video, hopefully. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time. I assure you, this cigarette is real. It's about to go out. I'll show you. Somebody want me to show more tricks. So here's one. See, it's real. I'm just going to close my hand and stick it down in this little hole that I've made here. Shove it in there really good. Keep my hands in the camera. And presto. All gone. Thanks for watching. Look who come to see us, folks. It's the YouTube queen. She wanted to tell you something. Tell them, our YouTube family, say, we love you. What? Woo! It's going to get weird and wild. We love you! Oh. Good! We love you! What? Good girl! Yeah, that's good, baby. What? What is it? What? What? Tell me. Tell him. What? Good girl. Whoa. Get up in there. Get up in there.